Happy New Year. We hope 2020 is treating you well so far. And here we go. We have another special episode of 2K TV for you.
Absolutely. And whether you've been playing the game since last September or you just jumped into NBA 2K20 over the holidays, we have all the tips in this episode to improve your stick skills. In fact, we've talked to some of the best 2K developers and they're dropping knowledge for you.
Let's get started with the basics from gameplay director Mike Wang.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're hoping tonight will be a signature win for them, taking on a tough team on their home court. They'll need 4 quarters of near flawless play to knock them off. And the third pick in the 2017 draft, Jason Tatum, has proven to be a find for the Boston Celtics, Kenny.
Yes, there's a lot to like. He's just scratching the surface on what he can do. You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
A different version, but a 90s guy, 80s guy, Marcus Johnson. Kind of like that same version of him.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but he's still experimenting a little, learning what does and does not work. What I like is he doesn't repeat a lot of mistakes.
He just was an NBA All-Star for years and years. Have been women walking.
Come on, red, white men can't jump.
Yeah.
What year?
In the 90s, late 80s.
Well, I wasn't found until 1989 when a man named Ernie Johnson came to my house and interviewed me.
Okay. That's late
San
80s.
Antonio, Texas.
89 is late 80s.
I was only 1 year old.
Oh, okay.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the site of our broadcast tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Chris Webber is here, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with us tonight, basketball expert Bill Simmons. Bill, you look great. Thank you for being here.
I'd like to say hi to all the people who traded for Anthony Davis in the GM mode of this game to get him on their team.
Right.
When their real team couldn't pull it off. Congratulations. I can't believe you pulled the trade off.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Walker.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. And you can say he's been groomed for this. It's paying off, right?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. But Ben Simmons has a very versatile game, there's no doubt, except that his shooting is something that drives you crazy, and that's probably going to determine how great he can become in this league.
Yeah, and maybe what position he ends up playing, too, because you could argue maybe you just play him at point center, and you put him with somebody else who can stretch the floor and maybe protect the rim a little bit. But I think the thing with Ben is he looks so much better during the regular season because the pace is different. But as you know, in the playoffs, it slows down. And I don't see any roadmap for him being a superstar if he doesn't figure this out. I still feel like athletically, he's way, way up there. And it's just going to come down to, can he go to the next level as somebody who's really never won anything? You know, you think like he's been in round 2 and that's it in 2 straight playoffs. And in both round 2s, he didn't play well. I think winning is a skill, and competing at a certain level is a skill. And I'm not sure we've seen that from him enough yet.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Smart, the guards. Around the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. They get it back. Embiid, no good with the layup.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now here's Simmons playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable.
That was a long time coming. It took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
Smart against Richardson. Smart on the wing. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
The 76ers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Walker against Simmons. From deep. Harris's shot is off. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly.
And we
There's
also,
nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I really care.
Our name is attached to it.
Yeah. I also, like, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. Like, they're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. Now Simmons following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Over to the wing. Again, the miss by Walker.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shot clock at 6. Richardson for 3.
Smothering defense by Smart. He's about as good as it gets on that end of the floor.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Tice passes to Smart. There's the lob to Brown. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, the breathtaking athleticism of Brown. I mean, just incredible at rising up and packing a punch on these dunks.
Now here's Simmons, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Pass to Tatum. Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
know? I was a good writer, and I liked writing and sports.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, I'll do those two things
together.
Did it
in high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I can get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29.
Yeah. Smart finds Brown. Out to Hayward. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
Here's Simmons. Sweet little floater. Simmons got 6 points.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Pass to Tice. Knocked loose and stolen by Simmons for the finish and slam dunk by Harris.
And terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Now, he had 15 points last outing, and good that time.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Simmons looking around. Richardson gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
He's checked in for Philadelphia. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this. The league started when Kobe showed up, and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing, because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they made the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talked about, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the 60s, 70s, 80s. Oh. I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's perfect.
That's just the sheer strength. He's going to try to tie him down. He's going to fight hard for every bucket.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Langford's checked in for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. Good shot.
That's good from Simmons.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a player. 6'10", guard, pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Langford misses. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. And Simmons drops them both. Boston trailing. And here's Langford. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
The 76ers shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Bill, when you project Embiid, a healthy Embiid, how good can he be?
Talent-wise, the best center of this decade. You know, I think every decade has 1 or 2 centers. The 90s had a bunch, but Shaq was the guy for a long time. He kind of abdicated, had a really nice run there for a while. Then he kind of faded away. And then there really hasn't been that total package center. I think Embiid's the closest. He had stretches in the playoffs last year where he was terrifying. You know, he takes over games for 6-minute stretches like any prime center you want to name. The problem is, can he sustain it? And can he play a full schedule? Can he not rely on the three-pointer as much?
And can the focus stay there, perhaps, too? The mental side.
The mental side, and this is something with Simmons, too. These guys have not been on winning teams during the course of their career. They haven't won a lot. Magic Johnson came into the league. He won in high school. He goes to college. He wins the title in college. He goes to the Lakers. They win in his first year. He has all these reps of winning. Simmons and Embiid haven't won anything yet. And learning how to win is its own kind of skill.
Now, here's Cantor after Ben Simmons' miss. Tice passes to Wanamaker. Drills the three-pointer. Wanamaker's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Simmons. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Wanamaker, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Here's Thibault. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is as high percentage of a shot as you can get from Embiid. He's a powerhouse of a player. He loves to dunk.
Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons, and it's in there. Wanamaker's got his third basket of the night. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 1. Now the pass to Embiid. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. And Langford with the stop.
Look, right there, the defense overcommits. Hayward with good awareness finds the open man.
Kicks it to Simmons. Popped up there for Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Green, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Good on the second free throw. Boston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Wanamaker. Burke covering. Wanamaker misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Simmons with it from deep three-point range. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just doing myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made is remarkable.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams. But they did it very well.
They got Ennis. Kyle Quinn out there with Scott. Then it's Simmons. And it's Bird in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Shot clock at 5. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Ennis. And the 3 off target. Celtics leading by 6. Tatum dishes to Langford. The drive by Cantor. And O'Quinn sends it there. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Smart misses. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Pass to O'Quinn. The 76ers with another miss. So a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And Jason Tatum, his rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went, for whatever reason, his temperature got up.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like, if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant, some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple of years, they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times last year, which is crazy. That's not even 1 free throw attempt a quarter. Yeah. So he should be in the 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. I hope you're listening, Jason.
He is. He's playing, actually.
He's playing me right now.
Yes,
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
Shot's good by Walker.
Well, the shooter of Walker's caliber, I mean, you can't allow him to shoot with his feet set.
Bird, the and Cantor pulls it down. Boston leading by 7. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. From deep, Walker. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
Take a break.
And for that game against the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And that one falls for Burke. Both shots good from the stripe. Bill, if you're building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's still young 25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive, and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I play.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what you love about Tatum is that scoring gene, but with efficiency, both from the field and the line.
Burke kicks to Richardson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. 76ers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Richardson. And Richardson drops them both. Here's Walker. 14 points for him. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the word landing space. And all that stuff. Like,
well, what would you call
load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know. Just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one.
Gathering
Never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. First one falls for him.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
And so he makes both from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Passes it to O'Quinn. It's Richardson on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The pass to Harris. Here's Horford. 76ers with the new shot clock. Harris against Brown. 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Harris is so quick on the drive. Sometimes defenders have to foul him and just hope he misses the shot.
For Philadelphia, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris.
I mean, look, every year Harris looks more confident. He goes through stretches where he can dominate.
No good on the second free throw. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
You can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
The 76ers trail by 12. Burke dishes to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. Over Brown. Another miss by Philadelphia. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now here's Walker. Burke covering. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Take a look at Harris. Not too far away from his spot in the starting five. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Now here is Horford. Here's Burke. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Walker looking for an opening. Outside Tatum. He kicks to Brown. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Got a hand on it. Pass to Walker. Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting these tough threes.
Here's Harris. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Smart. And that one hits back iron.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Thibault, the pass to Richardson. Harris with it. Guarded by Walker. Trying to end the drought. That's in. The Celtic lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Tobias Harris.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harris is a solid mid-range shooter. And he feels comfortable from there.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
In for Josh Richardson. Boston sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 6. Hayward against Harris. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Tatum against Simmons. Brown right side. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Brown's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
And Brown is a reliable threat from mid-range. I mean, effortlessly rising up for the nice-looking jet.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Ennis, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And the Celtics also making a change. Langford's checked in for Jason Tatum. Celtics leading by 14. Langford dishes to Walker. Pass to Hayward. Now Tice. Outside, Walker. Inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Another shot, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 8.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. Ben Simmons, number 1.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Throw good, Langford.
One of those guards who just oozes with potential. Langford has the size and skill set that every team is looking for.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Boston also with the sub. Wanamaker's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 15-point game. Passes to Scott. Here's Thibault. He's covered by Brown. Thibault can't get it to go.
They're still looking for his first points of the quarter. He's not doing anything to help them cut into the lead.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense to a standstill.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Green is checked in for Brown. .130 left in the first half. The pass to Scott. 6 to shoot. Here's Thibault. Guarded by Green. Unloads. The 76ers again can't hit it.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You'd make it interesting.
I have some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
I would be here for that. You know, Greg, Bill Simmons has worn so many hats as a writer, a podcaster, a broadcaster. Now, it's nice to let him wear one more on our broadcast.
He's been successful for a reason, Kevin. There's a fearlessness, but also great humor in his perspective.
The first one falls.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
And he can't hit the second.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
And that one, good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 16, and that one, good. Simmons got 18 points in the game.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Here's Langford. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 18. Lays it up off the glass. 20 points for Ben Simmons.
Oh, the brilliance of Simmons. You know, outstanding at getting fancy with the ball and taking risks from time to time.
From deep. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Celtics up by 16. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey,
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it? Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Terrific performance so far by Kemba Walker. Tremendous team leader who's become a star in this league. He can be your catalyst offensively, and he makes big shots.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at the 7. Here's Simmons. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Back to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Here's Walker, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
First free throw is good. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And so Walker nails both of them.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
Richardson the pass to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's blocked by Brown, and he's able to get it back. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Smart against Harris. Pass to Tatum. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 16.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Walker. 18 points for him. Over Simmons. And Horford pulls it down.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Back to Simmons. That one falls. Simmons got 26.
He's a tricky player. He's so difficult to guard. Simmons excels at going with the floater at the right time.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Al Horford. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%. It's still early, but 1 for 4 starts in a half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
We're talking about number one options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team to go to score, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Knocked away. Richardson outside. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. No good from Simmons. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
And so Tatum nails them both. Yes, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Walker, and it's sent back.
You can't be careless around Walker. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Harris kicks to Simmons. From 11 feet away, and Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Walker the pass to Brown. Here's Tatum, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Tatum. He's got 12. There's the triple. Shot clock at 6. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 6.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling with the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Brown.
And for Brown, it's about consistently improving. We've seen flashes from him, but now it's time for him to meet expectations.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Burks is checked in. good on both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Now, here's Walker. 20 points for him. Outside, Tatum takes the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Richardson against Smart. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
The feed to Cantor. They get a hand on it.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Harris passes to Richardson. Back to Harris. From 12 feet out. The rebound by the Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 6th assist on the night.
I mean, you see the strength of Tatum already. Able to make shots through contact.
Now, here's Richardson. 6 points for him. They get the rebound. O'Quinn, the pass to Horford. Count that bucket.
He's a long and athletic big man. Horford's a dependable interior scoring option.
Outside, Walker. No good off the back of the rim.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And O'Quinn slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
And the basket by Langford.
Not lacking any confidence down there. Just give Langford the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's Ennis, guarded by Green. Pass to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Feibel. And a miss there on the triple. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Here's Thibault, following the basket by Romeo Langford. Back to Scott. Basket counts. Scott's got his first points in this one.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Cantor finds Hayward. That shot misses. And Philadelphia the other way now. Passes it to Burke. And Boston with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Wanamaker looking over the floor. And O'Quinn sends it back. There's the pass to Burke. Rebounded by Langford.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Wanamaker, and he goes in for the dunk.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Thibault. The 76ers again can't hit it. Celtics leading by 17. Up top, Cantor. Hayward outside.
Don't get hit.
Shot, high post. Good as the jump shot falls. Hayward's got 6.
And it's not easy trying to guard Hayward. Amazing at getting space off the pick.
And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Trey Burke. Now here's Simmons. 28 points for him. Clock at 6. Pass to Scott. O'Quinn in the post. He's covered by Cantor.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. 10th in rebounding, 15th in field goal percentage, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And he makes the first. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything from team scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
It's out that one from Ennis.
Even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
Kicks it to Cantor. Hayward on the wing. Over O'Quinn. And again, it's Boston converting.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Here's Wanamaker. 12 points for him. Hayward outside. The 3 sinks the three-pointer. Hayward's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And good for his career. Hayward, a solid three-point shooter. He won't hesitate with those.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
First things first down there, we're getting great looks. We've had back cuts that have been open. You guys have cut them, gotten good looks. Keep shooting.
Well, he's absolutely loving the offensive execution.
Coach Stevens is really motivating this group right now. The offense looks like a well-oiled machine.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. A moment now to back to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Kyle O'Quinn. Ben Simmons is out there with Ennis. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Thibault in at the three, the small forward. It's stolen by Tice. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the three. The 76ers trail by 18. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Ennis. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Back to Wanamaker. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Tice. Good D by Embiid.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding foul. Got in the perfect position to alter the shot. But that's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons, and there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Walker. Got it. Good job in the low post. Walker's got 22.
Oh, look, he's looking like a runaway train tonight. I don't think they've got a chance to slow Walker down in this one.
Richardson, the bounce pass. And it's Simmons penetrating. Yep, that one goes in there. Simmons got 32 points.
They're going to be here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind. He just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Now, here's Tatum. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Great guy to pick and roll with. Tatum could do a number of things, and you see his passing ability.
Here's Richardson. Count it.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easy it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his third foul of the game. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside, Smart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Just too physical. Smart, shedding the defense and finishing strong.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Count the basket. Simmons got 14 points now in the second half.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Tice finds Brown. That one goes. Count it.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease.
Smart against Richardson. got a piece of it. In the corner, it's Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Now he started to work beyond the arc. I mean, had a drive first half, but now they're falling.
Now, here's Tice. The pass to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's 13 points for Jaylen Brown.
Now, this is the fire you love seeing. Now, Brown doesn't back down from anyone. He relishes getting his revenge.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Harris dishes to Horford. From deep, Richardson.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The 76ers trail by 19. Richardson left side. No good there. Good work defensively by Smart. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Here's Horford. And the 76ers get it back.
That's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now here's Smart. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Over Embiid. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
There's a lesson for him. Don't showboat. Tries to get fancy with the fadeaway, and it backfires.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Brady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
That's good from Richardson. And Richardson drops them both.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, imagine if you have a team shooting around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Tatum. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got 7 rebounds in the game. And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. And he provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
And here is Simmons after Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. And it's sent back by Horford, and he gets it back. Tatum's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Tatum. Walker against Simmons. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 4 points this quarter.
And although Walker is just 6'1", he possesses impressive strength, as he showed right there.
Simmons on the wing, defended by Titus. No good from Simmons.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Tatum over Horford. Tatum's shot is off.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
To the inside. Now Embiid. Here's Richardson, 6 on the shot clock, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Josh Richardson. At the line for 2.
That's good from Richardson. And Richardson drops them both. Celtics leading by 16. Walker finds Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 8th assist in the game.
And gets hit on the drive. Excellent body control. Tatum's a well-coordinated athlete.
Now here's Simmons. Now here is Harris. Shoots over Brown. Misses off the left iron. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Smart with the ball. Started by Simmons. Smart against Horford. Smart misses. The 76ers trail by 18. To the middle. Harris kicks to Horford. The 76ers again can't hit it. Simmons against Walker. Pass to Tice. It's stolen by Harris. And here's Embiid. Harris outside. Back to Embiid. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You can't afford to give Embiid any separation, especially in the pick and roll area where he is very dangerous.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Drains the three-pointer.
Timeout.
Walker's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kemba Walker.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Here's Neto. There's the pass to Bolden. Here's Thibault. Off target with his 3.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Green passes to Tice. Edwards with it. Here's Ogilvy. Tries again. Oh, that's blocked. To the paint. Here's Neto. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Tice. He kicks it to Williams. Pass to Ogilvy. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. The shot's good. And the Celtics lead by 19.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively, we're not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court, and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.